All right, man, it's your boy Butler, man. Stay your ass out of prison, Joe. All right, so this the first time I seen a dead body in jail or chain gang or any type of institution. Richard was, okay, 19. I'm locked up for armed robbery. I've been locked up, I would say probably about maybe 3 months. I think I had been locked up about 3 months. At this time, we starting to get some of them phone bills back. I'm starting to realize that this ain't gonna be no short stay, homeboy. You about to be in here for a while. So I'm starting to move different, but I'm still learning. I'm still naive as a fool, but I am keeping my mouth shut just a tad bit more because I'm learning. I ain't, we be screaming we street niggas until we be in the streets. So I'm understanding how jail rolling, and hey man, if it ain't my business, it ain't my business. But so Richard was like a science dude. He was cool, and what I remember about him mostly is that he interacted with different races. Like you would see him sitting in Indian style with the white dudes, or he'll play basketball with the black dudes. I think Richard was from Chicago. He was from Illinois. I was 19, he had to be about maybe 24 years old. He was a cool dude, bro. Dude was cool. I think he had a situation with his soon-to-be baby mama, so he was locked up for domestic violence. I think he had put his hands on an old girl, but this is what he told me. He told me, he was like, bro, first he had an issue with the phones. He wasn't able to get through on the phones. And then at some point in time, we got into a decent conversation. And within this conversation, he said that he interacting with old girl. While he's interacting with old girl, she tell him that she's pregnant. And then at the time, though, she really was not pregnant. She really was not pregnant. And then he ended up, because he's moving like she's already pregnant, she ends up getting pregnant. So she's now pregnant, but I guess what he found out was the pregnancy that she had initially told him about wasn't an accurate one. So it was some other things too that he didn't get off into, because men and people and humans in general, bro, we'll give one side, but the only thing I was there to do is to listen to the story. To me, it was like listening to the radio, because there ain't no radio, and I ain't really got no solution for you, bro, but to tell you to keep your head up. But at that particular time, man, I specifically remember that story because, bro, he was on the phone when he first got there, and this is a mistake that a lot of people make, bro. He was on that phone back to back to back to back to back to back. And I found that even though, like, when we used to get locked down for count, as soon as he come out for count, he right back on the phone. And if he could not get on the phone, bro, it would just throw him all the way off. Like, his day-to-day would be discombobulated. And then, as I'm in the cell, as I'm in the pod, I'm starting to pay attention to different tactics. I'm starting to see that, crackheads come in there. Well, I'm not gonna say crackheads. I'm saying individuals who have drug uses. These people come in and they gonna sleep for 3 days, and then after they sleep, you're gonna see the man in them stand up. I got a story about that too. So there were particular patterns. Drug addicts had patterns. Dope boys had patterns. Whether it be the assortment of different women that used to come see them, or just the part would change when the dope boy came in, and it would change when the crackhead came in, or it would change when somebody who came in that you knew. So with Richard, bro, I noticed that he was getting on the phone all the time. Then it started getting cut short. Then I think that he went to court, bro, and he didn't hear what he thought he was gonna hear. And then it got to a point where you would see him attempting to get on the phone, but then he didn't stay that long, which means that whoever he was calling, the phone call wasn't going through. That's just my assumption. When situations take place like that, bro, I kind of back up. And so I see at some point in time, bro, he stopped even trying to get on the phone. He stopped trying to get on the phone. And then what really kind of stuck out to me is that usually, like, in the morning, we get up for chow. We get up for chow maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. Bro did not make store a lot. He probably made store maybe 1 or 2 times while he was there. But then at some point in time, he stopped making store. And then at some point in time, bro, he really, like, chow, he stopped caring about chow. And mind you, I only paid attention to these details afterward because I was like, damn, what brought? Because his charges was less than mine. And I essentially was going to get more time than him. Some people cut out for the shit. But one day, bro, we got up for chow, man. And he was in the room by himself. Dude, Richard didn't like to bathe neither, bro. And that's why he was in the room by himself, because the roommates that he had used to complain that he didn't like to bathe. I think bro was just going through something, man. I think that thing was just on him. It was just on him. And bro, I just remember them opening up the doors for chow. I'm going to open a shower room, my homeboy from the street. And my cell was right here. You got the steps right here, because I'm downstairs. You go upstairs, shower room, my homeboy room was all the way at the end, and then Richard room was maybe 3 doors down. And Richard was on the top bunk, bro. If you ever been in the Dekalb County Jail, if you're upstairs and you're still on the top bunk, bro, there's so much space up there. But they also have up there the fire extinguisher thing, like the damn, what do you call it? Is it called a fire extinguisher? A sprinkler. It's like a sprinkler, bro. Richard had took his sheet, bro. Damn, he took his sheet, bro. He had then I think that he tied it in like, okay, so you got a strip, and then another strip, and another strip to make it strong. Bro, I didn't realize how strong those sprinklers was, because the sprinkler is not coming from the ceiling. If I'm remembering it right, that in Dekalb County Jail on 6 Northwest, bro, that sprinkler is above the vent over there or something. But you got to stand up. You can stand up on the top bunk and touch it, bro. When I'm looking at, when I walked past Richard's room, bro, he had to put he put toilet paper over the light so his room was still dim. Usually when you do that, the police, they come around and they take it off so they can see what's going on in the cell. Bro, when that door was open, bro, I just saw Richard's body just dangling, bro, and you could smell doo-doo. You could smell doo-doo, bro. You could smell doo-doo and pee. He had to use the bathroom on himself or something. But I distinctly remember smelling feces. And he hung up there for a while. Like nobody went up there and tried to untie bro. Then they locked us all down. But then, damn, bro, that was a weird time, cause bro didn't have he ain't had, like, I seen people coming up with real messed up charges, bro. But you never know what people going through. And then sometimes I'm assuming that, you know, being able to reach out to people, being able to talk to people, that makes a difference. And I guess it's that helplessness, to feel helpless in a situation like that, bro. It could just get weird. But Richard hung himself, bro. Richard hung himself, man, and it was over with. And they locked us down, man. They came in there with the stretcher, but Richard was dead, bro. Richard was dead, man. So rest in peace to that brother, man. And that man, stay out of prison, bro. Stay out of jail, man. Stay out of trouble. It just, I would rather be on the street struggling. But his situation didn't come from no. He had a domestic violence. Hey, man, I utilize emotional intelligence when dealing with these people, man. I don't even know what kind of advice to give you, bro. You interacting with an old lady, and she say she pregnant, and then she purposely tell you that, but then you end up getting her pregnant, and now you're dealing with them. There's no reason to put your hands on a female, though. I don't care what's going on. But bro. Hey, man, y'all get in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think, bro. Let me know what you want to hear. But I'm trying to go step by step things that I remember. The next one I got was the first time I got beat up. The first time I got beat up. They're gonna be the next story. We out.